Welcome to my Fossil Island agility guide. After doing many hours of this, I've found that there's no good guides online that show the actual agility XP and thieving XP you can get down here, so I thought I'd make a quick guide to show you how it's done. Firstly, to get here, once you get to the island, just click back in the boat. It'll bring you over to the north side of the island, then go from there out to the sea. Then you want to right click in the boat and click dive. That'll get you here. The only requirements for this is Bon Voyage quest to access Fossil Island and the flippers. Every other guide I've seen says that you need the diving apparatus and the fishbowl helmet. You do not need that at all. On screen's the experience you can expect to get per hour at this method. Firstly, it shows for agility only, secondly shared, and third thieving. I recommend doing shared. It gives a lot of experience in both and is really good both at high level and low level. Okay, let's jump into it. On screen is the map of the underground agility course. You only actually want to be in this area, that's your base. Most of the time will be spent here. All of this outside bit, you never go, that's out of bounds. I'll remove that to make it easier. Never travel to the northeast side, it's just too slow to get around the currents out there. Here's me just travelling to the centre. From this spot you can tag pretty much every chest in the centre, as well as using these two holes to travel to any at either edge of the map. By only tagging these easy to access clams and avoiding the whole currents in the northeast side, it makes the game much easier, much more AFK and much more enjoyable. If you get a northeast tag, just ignore it, sit in this air bubble, fletch, alk, do anything like that to waste the time. You'll find most of the time you'll be low oxygen, so once you come back here you'll just have to sit in the bubble anyway, so you may as well train some other skills. Starting this at 12 minutes, as you can see on the screen at the bottom there. I'm going to run it till 42 minutes, exactly half an hour, and that'll give you a rough idea of the amount of tiers you can get in an hour and the amount of experience. If you get a southwest spawn, turn your camera to face it. If you can see a flashing arrow on the screen, then it might be close. Take a few steps towards it and you'll see if you can see a chest in the near distance. If you can't, it's always the furthest one away, so just hop in the hole and you'll be right there, just as you can see in this clip. Whenever you do get to the chest, just spam click it. You can click slowly at the start, but once you get to the end, if you spam it for the last few seconds, you can always get an extra hit in as the shell's closing, so it's a really good idea to spam it at the end. If you have nothing flashing on the screen, it means you're too far away from the current one, so just hop back in the hole, return to the base, and then see what the next one is. I have a northeast spawn which we ignore, so I just return to the base and replenish my oxygen while training another skill. You can actually alk down here if you bring fire runes and nature runes. You can't wear staffs underwater, you have to keep your hands free, so you have to bring the runes, but because you pick up seaweed spores and all, it's still a good idea. You still make money while you're down here. And again, I have no yellow flashing arrow when I turn my camera, so instantly know this is the southwest spawns. Just as I'm leaving here, I notice the seaweed spores spawn on the floor, so just go back through the hole and pick them up. If you want to make a bit of extra money while you're down here, you want to keep an eye out for those. Here's our first southeast spawn. We turned the camera to face it, and because we couldn't see it in the pirate ship, we knew it had to be in either two of the spawns, one in the lob cities or one just outside. You just hop in the hole here and it'll take you to the southeast corner and you'll be pretty close to either of them. If you get past a bubble, it's good to click in the bubble before you click in the box. This will mean instead of going directly through it and getting no oxygen, you'll pick up 5 on the way through. Every time you pass a bubble, it's a really good idea to click in it once and then click after onto wherever you're travelling to. This will get you more oxygen. As you see now, just as I'm leaving, I click into it and then click on a second later and gives me more oxygen. You can one ticket for 5 oxygen, but I'm pretty low, so I stay for a bit more. There's actually 4 different chests you can loot that are inside oxygen bubbles. There's one in the south side of the pirate ship and then 3 in the western room. It's the one we're travelling to here now. There's no other western spawns, so if you do get a western spawn directly west of the base, you'll know instantly that it's an oxygen room and that you don't have to wait for any oxygen, you can just travel straight there. The eastern spawns are a bit tricky. There's 2 different ones that are across the same path from the base, so it's hard to work out which one it is, but it's the same method for both. Just hop in the hole, travel through the room with the lob cities, level 68. Make sure you bring some food in case any of them hit you. They can do a wee bit of damage, but not a lot. They shouldn't be killing anybody unless you're insanely low level. Okay, so the pirate ship is the only other spawn worth talking about. It's the hardest one to get to from the base, so if you're low on time or you're low on oxygen, just ignore it and go to the next one. There is one spawn that's in an oxygen bubble, the southwest one, as you can see at the back of the screen there. If you have any other of the four, it does take you a while to get to the next one because there's no holes near this and it's a long way to travel the whole way back around to the base. So sometimes I do skip the pirate ship, but if I'm close, I'll go for it. There is an obstacle at the top of the screen, the hole in the ship. It'll bring you through to the other side and then you can go the whole way around, but it actually takes longer to go that path than it does just to walk back to the Lob Cities and take the hole into the base. Okay, that's all the hard spawns covered. All the rest are pretty straightforward. I'm leaving them playing in the background at times 15 speed just to help anybody who wants to know how I control my oxygen or how I transverse between them all. But if you ignore the northeast ones and use the two holes correctly to travel, and once you work out where all the arrows are, it becomes very, very easy. It's pretty AFK most of the time. I'd also highly recommend either fletching or elking down here just because there is a bit of time where you're just waiting about if you're full oxygen. But yeah, I think it's a great method for training. I've done over 25 hours of it so far in my fossil only Ironman, so hope this guide helps some of you. I'll see you back at the end of the video with the rewards. Scratch that, I'm back already. I looked through the other 10 minutes and there was no spawns you hadn't seen before, it just was the same one, so I cut that out of the video. Now it's just the last 2 minutes. Finished up that, we got 86 glistening tears and 86 mermaid tears, and now we're just going to hand them in and see what we get. It's at 42 minutes the timer because we started at 12 minutes at the start of the video, so that's exactly 30 minutes. Here's the experience we've got in that 30 minutes. We got a bit of strength and hit points by punching one of the lobsities, but it's mainly just the fletching, the agility, the thieving, and there's handed in all of those. And yeah, there we go. Half an hour managed to get us 21.5k thieving XP, 6.1k agility. There was a boy came and knocked the door, so it was AFK for about 2 minutes in it, so the XP rate should be slightly higher, but it was only 2 minutes out of 30, so not too bad. I'll just show you me handing 700 points on the Ultimate Ironman here. Yeah, if you get past 695, it starts giving you these warnings saying you're approaching 700, and that if you get past 700, they'll be lost. 700 is the cap, so if you get near that amount, just hand them all in with this girl. Don't go past that or you'll not get any experience. There's 35 agility coming in. This is my only way of training agility in this account, so it's quite hard without the flippers, but yeah. I was planning to make a video with 1,000 tiers, but because of that cap I can't do that, so here's me handing 700. Thank you all for watching. I hope this has helped some of you. So it's a really good training method if you use the right way. You know, I've seen a lot of guides and they just didn't really know what they were doing. Some of them were coming into this boat equipping the fish head to go up to 100 oxygen, but that wastes like a minute every couple of goes. So yeah, much better way of doing it. Hope it helped you all. Alright, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.